Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to the class, and we were doing our chapter Group Audits. So quickly open your notes, open your book. We'll be talking about Group Audits. Okay, now, so when we talk about Group Audits, what we discussed? Let's quickly recall whatever we have studied. We spoke about if there's a holding company, if there's a subsidiary company, they have to prepare what? They have to prepare console. Every company, every parent company, holding company, if they are having subsidiary, associate, joint venture in India, outside India, they have to do console. Which section prescribes this? Section 129. Which section? Section 129. Okay, as per Companies Act, section 129, you have to do console, you have to do console, you have to do console. However, as per Ind AS 110, if you are an investment entity, which entity? If you are an investment entity, you don't have to do console. You are exempted. That means you will route it to P&L, FVTPL fair value to P&L as per Ind AS 109. As per Ind AS 109. Salient features of subsidiary should be sent to ROC in form number AOC1, accounts of company. If there is a subsidiary, by virtue of holding more than 50%, and let's say the same company is also a subsidiary by virtue of holding more than, controlling the more than composition of board of directors, more than one half of the composition of board of directors, then both the companies will do console. Then, if you remember Dadaji, Papa Beta, Papa is exempted provided they have taken NOC from all the members and it is not a listed company, not wanting to get listed, and ultimate holding company Dadaji prepares CFS. Cool. Then we discussed about types of console adjustment. So there are two kinds of console adjustment, PCA and CPCA. PCA, permanent consolidation adjustment. Sir, when will it apply? In the first occasion or when there is a change in the shareholding already held, right? If you remember the code, what is the code? Quickly, guys, come on, tell me, what is the code? What is the code? ECG, determination of equity attributable to minority or NCI. CG, capital reserve or goodwill as per applicable AS. CG, capital reserve or goodwill as per applicable AS. Then next one is CPCA, current period consolidation adjustment. The code was if paise, I say intragroup interest paid and received or management fees. F, in case of foreign components, gap conversion wherever applicable. P, quickly, profits on assets acquired from subsidiaries. A, adjustment for harmonizing different accounting policy. I, intragroup indebtedness. S, sir, S means there were two things: significant transaction between the date of FS of parent and its component and subsequent event after balance sheet date but before audit report date. E, say equity attributable to minority or NCI. Equity attributable to minority or NCI. If you recall it again and again, guys, you will remember it. So even if you are at home, in a library, when you are traveling, you are watching the lecture, kindly quickly recall the answers with me. People will say you are mad. Let them say. Those people only will salute you, boss. He is a CA, she is a CA. Okay. So audit is all about remembrance. And then we stopped here. Okay. And I think we have written the notes also. We have completed everything. Cool. Let's proceed further. The next definition, it says component. So I have already discussed this with you guys. Component means what, sir? Division, branch, subsidiary, joint venture, associate enterprise or other entity whose financial information is included. 3 बार बोला है, अटका नहीं. Is included in the financial information audited by the principal auditor. Holding company auditor is called as principal auditor. It's called what? Principal auditor. So this is a definition which may be useful for an MCQ but very rare. Okay. Now, the next question says responsibility of parent. Means, sir, holding company ka responsibility, AB Limited ka responsibility. Now imagine you are the auditor there. Okay, guys, if you are the auditor, how many subsidiaries are there? How many associates are there? How would you come to know? Right? Somebody has to tell you. Sir, I am the auditor. I go there. Acha. Oh, you have done investment here. Oh, you have done investment here also. Where the company has done investment, only company will know. Boys, how many girlfriends you have, only you will know, na? Correct. So, sir, what is the responsibility of parent company? First one, Identify the components. What will you say? Identify the components, including the financial information of components to be included in CFS. First identify, ये मेरी subsidiary, ये मेरी associate, this is my joint venture, this is my Indian subsidiary, this is my foreign subsidiary. First identify the components. Who will identify? Parent. Parent means who? Holding company, holding company. Number 2. Now one component would be doing vada pav ka business. One component would be doing idli vada ka business. One would be in construction. So identify reportable segment for segment reporting. First identify the kids. What business you are doing? Reportable segment for segment reporting. Maybe one subsidiary must have done with another transaction with another subsidiary. Identify the RP and RPT. RP means guys related party and related party transaction. Identify the related parties and related party transaction. Identify related party and related party transaction. Now, kids, stand in the queue, keep one in distance. Tell me everything. Whatever you say, you will tell me the truth. So obtain accurate and complete information from the components. Obtain accurate and complete information from the components. Oh. Now Togo. Togo means attack. Attack. What attack? Console adjustment. We just did. Make appropriate console adjustment. Make appropriate console adjustment. PCA, CPCA. Very good. PCA, CPCA. Ab life में there would be one family member, one brother, sister, or maybe you. Family goes left side, but that particular kid goes right side. Family saying we'll do this thing, he will say no, I will do that thing. Generally that person is there. Maybe it is you or maybe your brother or sister. But भाई family photo में तो एक ही होता, पापा तो सबको लेके चलेंगे ना. तो family will take him right in the photo, family photo, and he'll be standing like this, making faces. So you have to take him together. Harmonize the accounting policy and accounting framework. What will you say? Harmonize the different accounting policy and framework. I have a foreign kid. He will also get the different. But India ka sanskar is important. That's called gap conversion wherever applicable. Because at the end, family photo to India ke hisab se na, gap conversion wherever applicable. 7 points straight away, direct answer. What is the responsibility of holding company? What is the responsibility of holding company? 7 points are there, guys. 7 points. Sir, first, identify the components, including financial information of the components to be included in CFS. Number 2, identify reportable segment for segment reporting. Third, identify related party and related party transaction. Fourth, obtain complete and accurate information from the components. Make proper console adjustment. Harmonize a different accounting policy and gap conversion wherever applicable. Gap conversion wherever applicable. Let's do it again. Hunt the subsidiary, where you have made the investment, sir. Identify components including financial information of components. What business they are doing? Identify reportable segment for segment reporting. Kids must have done some transaction. Identify RP and RPT. Now, whatever the kid says, you have to tell me the truth. Obtain accurate and complete information from components. Now, Togo means attack. Make proper console adjustment. One kid would be going different way. Hey, come with us, come with us. Harmonize the different accounting policies. Last one, gap conversion wherever applicable. What will you say? Gap conversion wherever applicable. Clear? Answer. Next answer. I don't remember the numbers what we have written. Next answer. Now, the next question says, what is the responsibility of auditor of CFS? Once again. The previous answer was responsibility of the company, holding company, parent company. This one, responsibility of the parent ka auditor. Parent ka auditor, responsibility of parent ka auditor. Very simple. Very simple, guys. Very simple. First, the auditor's objective in an audit of CFS are, number 1, to satisfy himself that CFS have been prepared as per the applicable FRF. Means, sir, what? Oh, 1 second. Rather than studying from here, this they have done reverse. What is the auditor objective? Sir, firstly check CFS is applicable or not. Sir, to which company CFS would be applicable? Sir, if there is a holding company, subsidiary, associate, joint venture, to them it will be applicable. So the auditor should validate the requirement of preparation of CFS for the company as per applicable FRF. So first one, validate the requirement, whether it is required or kya. Oh, if it is required, whether they have prepared as per the FRF. You can write in your own words. If it is required, they must have prepared as per the FRF. If it is required, they must have prepared as per FRF. FRF means what? Financial Reporting Framework. Correct? Third. Now what is your main objective? All the kuppai work, all the bhangar work, सारा bhangar काम कौन करता? Management. Who does all the bhangar work? Management. What we do? We are the Raja. We are the Raja. What we do, guys? We give opinion. What we do? Give opinion. Then the financial Shimna Kadak. Manje, it is giving true and fair view. What it is giving? True and fair view. So to enable himself to express an opinion on the true and fair view presented by CFS, first check the requirement. If it is required, it should be prepared by FRF. Third, give true and fair view. Give true and fair view. Fourth, to inquire into the matters of 143(1) of the Companies Act 2013. To inquire into the matters of 143(1) Companies Act 2013, and to report on the matters of 143(3) of Companies Act 2013. Ignore everything. To report on the matters of 143(3) of Companies Act 2013. Full stop. Till here. Full stop. 5 points. First one, check the requirement. If it is required, check its prepared as per FRF. Third, it is giving true and fair view. Fifth, inquire of 143(1), report of 143(3). All this is Companies Act ka point. 143(1), if people have studied inter through me, they know it LTDIs, loans, transactions, deposits, investment, expenses, shares. You have to make some inquiry. 143(3), reporting requirements of the order A, B, C, D, E, F, O. A, B, C, D, E, F, O. All information expressions obtained, books of accounts is maintained. C, confirmation with BOA done up with as per S. None of the directors are disqualified. Eligibility, internal financial controls and other matters. A, B, C, D, E, F, O. If you remember that. 5 points. Let's be very clear. If the question in the exam is asked, what is the responsibility of parent company? You will write this answer. 7 points. If it says, what is the responsibility of the auditor of the parent company? You will write this 5 points. We'll be writing in our own words, don't worry. Cool. Start reading. People who have book with book, people who do not have book on the screen. Read. Fine. Now, next answer is auditing the consolidation. Auditing the consolidation. Just write here RTP. RTP means read if time permits. This is what? Read if time permits. Now what does this line means? So auditing the consolidation, read if time permits. Basically it's a procedural part, how the auditor will start the work. Okay. Now for example Reliance, okay, Reliance have more than 300 subsidiaries. Edelweiss have more than 370 subsidiaries. Now imagine Reliance Industries Limited has made an investment in A Limited, B Limited, C Limited, D Limited. Example. Now A has created one more subsidiary A1, this is B1, this is C1, this is D1. Maybe A1 has invested something in B, maybe A1 has invested something in C1, maybe D1 has invested something in A. You must have heard in your FR cross holdings, correct? Sir, it's so complicated. Welcome to CA Final Singham. Yeah. Now in the exam you have learnt about two subsidiaries, right? A, B and C, right? But practically there are so many subsidiaries. Sir, मेरे को चक्कर आ रहा है. Sir, I'm going mad. Sir, I'm going mad. Now you need to understand this. How will you do? Cross holding, data, creditor, loan interest, current period adjustments. How would you do? So how would you do? Sir, understand the group structure including group wide controls. What will you do? Including group structure, like the group structure and group wide control, including assessment of IT system and related general application IT related controls for consolidation. Understand the group structure and group wide controls including the assessment of IT system and IT related controls, like because if there's so many subsidiaries are there, it can't be done manually. There has to be a proper system, proper control system. Okay. Number 2, understand the accounting policies of parent and its components as well as consolidation process, including the process of translation of FS of a foreign company. Now see, someone would be following SLM, some subsidiary would be following WDB. So what is the final structure, like how would you treat in the parent company when you merge it? So please, I need to understand that. Acha, foreign company is there, so foreign company would be done here. So you have to do conversion entries. How are you converting it? How are you translating it? Third, determine the NTE of audit procedure. Determine the NTE of audit procedure, nature, time and extent of audit procedures to be performed based on the risk assessment of material misstatement and consolidation. Determine the nature, time and extent of audit procedure to be performed based on the risk assessment of material misstatement. How many times I have to go and check the subsidiary? Which subsidiary is significant for me? Check if I want to use the other auditor ka work, like subsidiary auditor ka work, and coordinate the work to be performed. So it's basically a read answer, like how would you proceed with the consolidation? First, understand the group structure, group wide controls including assessment of IT system and related general application IT controls. Understand the accounting policies of parent and components as well as conversion entry ka process. Third, determine the NT, nature, time and extent of audit procedure to be performed. Fourth, determine the extent of use of other auditor ka work. And fifth one, coordinating the work to be performed. So it's just a read answer, okay? Read, never ever ask in the exam, okay? Read. Cool. So understand the group structure and group wide controls, including assessment of IT system. Number 2, understand the accounting policies of parent and components, as well as the process of conversion of entries. Third, determine the NT, nature, time and extent of audit procedure to be performed. Fourth, determine the extent of use of other auditors' work to be performed. Fifth, coordinating the work to be performed. 5 points. Now, next answer, mark this as important answer. This talks about reporting. So first I will easily explain you. Now if you see the length of the answer, it starts on this page 1 and 2 till here. But the problem is ICI will not ask us this direct answer. What will the ICI ask? ICI will be asking, there are 5 different situations. 5 different situations. ICI will be asking either of it, right? A or B or C or D or in a combination of 2. Okay. So 4 mark answer, 6 mark answer. Reported. Now understand the situations. Now the first situation says, when parent auditor is also the auditor of its components. That means AB Limited का audit is done by CA Ram and Baby Limited, the subsidiary of AB Limited का audit is also done by CA Ram. That means one person is auditing holding company and the same person is auditing subsidiary also. So when you are the auditor of components, what will you do? Sir, how would you report? We will shout and say, holding subsidiary, that means conso. Conso is giving true and fair view, true and fair view, true and fair view. True and fair view of what? Balance sheet is giving true and fair view of state of affairs. P&L is giving true and fair view of profit and loss account. Cash flow is giving true and fair view of cash inflows and outflows. Then everything is giving true and fair view, true and fair view, true and fair view. Correct? And you will comply with whatever AS is applicable to you. Like practically we say Ind AS is applicable. In academics like Inter, they say AS is applicable. And for subsidiary it is Ind AS applicable. So you write applicable, AS applicable. So when auditor is also the auditor of its components, he would report whether the principles and procedure laid as per Ind AS or AS are followed or not. Like relevant AS we have written. Relevant AS means AS, Ind AS, whatever is applicable. In case of any departure, he should make adequate disclosure in the report. He will state balance sheet is giving true and fair view of state of affairs. P&L is giving true and fair view of profit or loss. Cash flow is giving true and fair view of cash flows. Done? Simple. Number 2. When parent is not the auditor of components. When parent is not the auditor of components. Oh sir. That means holding audit is done by AB Limited and baby ka audit is done by, let us assume, CA Bharat. CA Bharat. Holding audit done by Ram, subsidiary audit is done by Bharat. So what sir? Follow AS and you will follow one more thing. SA 600. What you will comply with? SA 600 using the work of another auditor. What will you comply with? SA 600 using the work of another auditor. And you will shout, Jai Shri Ram. Will say, holding audit maine kiya hai. Holding audit I have done. Holding audit maine kiya hai. And subsidiary audit Bharat ne kiya hai. Subsidiary audit Bharat has done. Holding audit I have done. Bharat has done subsidiary audit. So this is called division of responsibility. What it is called? Very important point, division of responsibility. Division of responsibility would be stated in a para called as other matter para. It will be stated where, guys? Other matter para. Other matter para as per SA 706. As per SA 706. Other matter para as per SA 706. Now what is other matter para? We'll be doing it when we do standards. Okay, right now just concentrate that he has to comply with SA 600, that is using the work of another auditor, and he will state the division of responsibility in other matter para as per SA 706. So it says the auditor of CFS shall consider the requirement of SA 600 using the work of another auditor. The auditor's report on CFS should clearly disclose the division of responsibility between the auditor of the parent and its component in which para, guys? In other matter para. Which para, guys? Other matter para. And just because of the fact that division has happened here, It is not a reason. It is not a reason for qualifying the opinion. It is not a reason for qualifying the opinion. Division of responsibility should not be construed as a qualification of opinion. Should not be construed as a qualification of opinion means, guys, see, when do we qualify the report? If there's some mistake, some problem company has done, something as they have not complied with AS, Ind AS, companies like provision, some gratuity like provision, then as an auditor you will qualify the opinion. But here what has happened? Auditor is saying subsidiary called he has done, I will qualify the opinion. This is not a reason. This is not a justification for qualifying the opinion. So this A and B is important for an exam. In A, what will you say? They will comply with irrelevant AS, and if there is a departure, they will give the disclosure, and balance sheet, P&L, cash flow is giving true and fair view. Next, when a parent auditor is not the auditor of components, that means they will say as per SS 600 using the work of another auditor, division of responsibility, and it will be stated in other matter para, and it is not a reason for the qualification. It is not a ground for qualification. Very important, A and B. Clear? Third, when components auditor report on the FS under an accounting framework different than that of parent. Under an accounting framework different than that of parent. Now, how accounting framework can differ? Sir, holding following Ind AS. Holding following Ind AS. Acha, subsidiary following AS. Small subsidiary it is. Maybe holding following Indian GAAP. I have a subsidiary in foreign. Assuming Uganda. So they will be following Uganda accounting treatment. But at the end, conso has to be done as per Indian GAAP only. Conso would be done, guys, as per Indian GAAP only, na? So what happens, sir? So holding company will inform to subsidiary. Do one thing, from inception, from starting, from day one, follow group accounting policy. What will you follow, sir? You will follow group accounting policy. What will you follow? You will follow group accounting policy. What will you follow? You will follow group accounting policy. Group accounting policy means like holding accounts. Hey, Uganda subsidiary, follow group accounting policy. So it's easy for consolidation. The auditor will verify the consolidation entries. But Uganda will say no. Haka, huka, jingalala, ho. I will not follow. So they will follow Uganda accounts, Ugandi treatment. Like Punjabi, Gujarati, Ugandi, they follow in their language. Ab India people will not understand. So what will happen? So Uganda ka account, like subsidiary accounts will come to holding company in India. Parent company ka management will convert it. Now when parent management convert it, bhaiya auditor, you check those translation. You check those conversion entries. What will you check? You will check this translation entries. So either you follow group accounting policies, or if you are not following group accounting policies, management of the parent will convert it into Indian accounts and the auditor will check translation entries. Okay. This is accounting framework differ. So what if auditing framework differs? This is what auditing framework differ. Generally, everybody follows Indian gas. Indian gas. Gas means generally accepted auditing standards in India. So normally the audit of FS including CFS are performed as per Indian gas, that is generally accepted auditing standards. In order to maintain consistency, everybody will follow CFS. Hey, holding company management, please follow Indian gas. You will be following Indian gas. So auditor will verify as per Indian gas only. Indian gas rocks. Generally accepted auditing standards. Fifth, components not audited, very important. So ABE very important. What if the components are not audited? Sir, generally everything should be audited. Whatever is included in CFS, everything should be audited. So generally FS of all components included in CFS should be audited. If it is not audited, it's a very big thing. And if it is material, if it is not audited and it is material means what? Important significance. The holding auditor, what he will do? He will modify the opinion. Modify means any opinion other than clean, either qualify, adverse or disclaimer. You have heard all this in inter-level. I'll be teaching you separately. See, in a layman's language, modify means change the opinion. Modify the opinion means what? Change the opinion. No. In auditing language, we don't say change the opinion. You will say any opinion other than clean. Any opinion other than clean. That is qualify, adverse, disclaimer. Qualify, adverse, disclaimer. Qualify, adverse, disclaimer. Component not audited means what? If it is material, the auditor will see. If it is material and it is not audited, it's a very big thing. Ideally, every company should be audited. It's a very big thing. What you will do? So you will modify the report. What will you do? You will modify the report. Clear? Now, so I'm giving you 5-6 minutes time, guys. You will go through the entire 5 different components. Okay, start reading. Out of this, A, B, E important. When we write, we will write all 5, but A, B, E will mark important. Okay, read. Done? Now, next answer, latest answer in the exam, latest it came in the exam. What are the auditor's specific procedures in auditing the CFS? Circle the word specific procedure in case if you have notes. If you do not have, when we write notes, we will mark it specific procedure. If the question says what are the specific procedures of auditor while auditing the CFS, you will write iska PJ works. What will you write? Iska PJ works. What will you write? Iska PJ works. Now see, this answer, don't get confused. When the question says what is the responsibility of the auditor of CFS, you write answer number 5. Okay, auditing the consolidation is just a process. Very rare, they have never asked in the exam. Okay, so second priority wala answer becomes this: specific procedure in auditing the CFS. This is a specific procedure. First, you will obtain the list of subsidiaries, associate, joint ventures. We call it a SUJ. Subsidiary, associate, joint venture. Obtain the list of all such. Hey, holding. Give the list of subsidiary, associate, joint venture. Give. Review the information provided by the management of parent identifying such. First, you will obtain the list and then you will review the information given with regards to such. Verify that all such have been included. Verify that all such have been included in CFS. First, obtain a list. Check. Review the information provided by the management. Then, verify that all such have been included in CFS. Fourth, in respect of completeness of this information, circle the word completeness of this information. What will you perform? You will perform iska PJ works. What will you perform? Iska PJ works. I. First, you will review the investment to determine the shareholding in other entities. S. Review the statutory records maintained by the parent. C. You will review the changes in shareholding. Like previously it was subsidiary, today it became holding subsidiary, wholly owned subsidiary. Previously it was associate, then it became maybe like subsidiary. So you will identify the changes in shareholding since the last audit. A was one more thing. PJ works. Verify the adjustments. Verify the adjustments required by the relevant AS. Iska P. Review parent's procedure for identification of such. J. Review joint ventures and other agreements entered by parent. Works. Review the working papers of prior years. So the code is what? Iska PJ works. I. Identify the changes in the shareholding already made. S. Review the stat records maintained by parent. C. Review the investments. Review stat records. Identify changes. A is your verify the adjustment. P is review parent's procedure. J. Review the joint ventures. W. Review the working papers. And last May, it says if you can remember, this preparation of CFS gives rise to PC and CPC. Even if you don't write, it's absolutely okay. Main answer is iska PJ works. In respect of completeness of the information, what procedure will perform? Iska PJ works. What procedure will perform, guys? Iska PJ works. I. Review the investment. S. Review the stat records. Identify the changes. Review the verify the adjustments made by the relevant AS. P. Review the parent's procedure for identifying such. J. Review the joint venture and other agreements. W. Review working papers. Review working papers. Iska PJ works. Clear? Read this. Iska PJ works. Read. Done? Now, next answer. Auditor's duties in case of exclusion of subsidiaries or associate in consolidation. Duties का spelling is wrong. It is DUTIES. Type. Article typing wrong. Yeah. So it says auditor's duties in case of exclusion of subsidiaries, associate in consolidation. See, as per Companies Act section 129, every subsidiary, every associate, every joint venture, Indian subsidiary, Indian associate, Indian joint venture, foreign subsidiary, foreign associate, foreign joint venture, wherever you are, you have to do consol, you have to do consol. Companies Act do not give exemption. As per Ind AS 110, there is only one exemption, that to temporary holding. That's it. Sorry, that is investment entity, not temporary holding. Investment entity, only those are exempted, nothing else. As per section 29, you have to do consol, you have to do consol, you have to do consol. When we do the question from the question book, this concept will be very much clear. I am just teaching it theory right now. Questions will come in question book, okay? Wherever subsidiary, associate, joint venture is excluded from CFS, the auditor should examine the reason for exclusion. As per section 129 of which Act? Companies Act. A company having one or more subsidiaries shall prepare a CFS of a company and of all the subsidiaries in the same form, same manner as that of its own. Holding company prepared the CFS of a company and all the subsidiaries in the same form, same manner as that of its own. Okay. CFS shall be, ignore the rules, okay. CFS shall be prepared as per Schedule 3 to the Act and the applicable is, however, if a company is not required to prepare CFS, it shall be sufficient if the company complies with the provision of Schedule 3 to the Act. See, if you are exempted under AS, applicable AS, what will you do? You will comply with the provision of Schedule 3. Schedule 3 says you have to disclose it by way of note. You have to disclose it by way of note, but there is no exemption as per Schedule 3. No exemption as per Companies Act. You have to just do it by way of notes. However, if company is exempted under Ind AS 110, it is still required. It is still required to comply with the provision on CFS as given in Schedule 3. Means what? By note, by way of note. See, conso is not possible because you are exempted now. You are exempted. But as per Schedule 3, there is no exemption. You have to disclose it by way of note. You can't do conso, but at least you will do it by way of note. As per Ind AS 110, there is no such exemption of temporary control. Like previously when there was AS, at that time there was something called temporary control. Now it is removed. Or operation under severe long-term funds restriction. Like for example, subsidiary in Pakistan. So if I had a subsidiary and the relations of India and Pakistan are not good currently, but I made subsidiary long back. So Pakistan can't remit funds here. Can't remit because now it's an enemy country. So if enemy country is there, then all the companies have become enemy companies. So you can't take money from that subsidiary. You have invested 51 rupees, but you want your profit. You can't take. So those were the exemption under AS. Under India, there is no exemption. There is only one exemption, investment entity. Guys, there is only one exemption, investment entity. So there is no exemption for temporary control or for operation under severe long-term funds transfer restriction, and the consolidation is mandatory for Ind AS compliant FS. You have to do consol, you have to do consol, you have to do consol. Companies Act says you have to do consol. Ind AS says exemption only in investment entity, no other exemption. However, we follow Companies Act. For as per Companies Act, you have to comply with Schedule 3. What is that Schedule 3 says? You have to disclose it by way of note. In the exam, you will not write note, you will write they have to comply with the provision of Schedule 3 to the Act. They have to comply with the provision of Schedule 3 to the Act. Okay. Very, very, very important answer. Read this answer. 4 points. Read. Clear? So we have completed more than 70% of the chapter, more than 70%. So 10, 11, 13, 14 and then essay is pending. Now what we do, we quickly write the notes. Open your notes, we write the notes. I hope guys you have understood the content. See, it's all about remembrance. The more you remember, the more you say the answers with me, trust me, you will get confidence in audit. And then we move on to the solving questions. And when you solve the question, you will get confidence. The question book covers all the past papers because the chapter is same. Only they have changed the name. Okay, all the past papers questions, RTP ka questions, MTP ka questions. It covers everything. So you don't have to go here and there. Best only this book, question book and handwritten notes. We are writing it because only for your remembrance, because exams are very far, so you have to remember stuff. Okay, open your notes. We'll be writing. Now make next question number. I don't know the number, I forgot. Right, the question number, I think it would be 1, 2, 3, I don't know. Right, what is the responsibility of parent company? What is the responsibility of parent company? What is the responsibility of parent company? Start copying. I'm here only. Start copying.
सब कुछ है बिखरा 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 सा रूठा रूठा चुप माही चुप है रांझा बोले कैसे वे ना जा बोले कैसे वे ना जा 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 बोले कैसे वे ना जा बोले कैसे वे ना जा चुप माही चुप है रांझा जा जा झिझिर मनावा नी मैं खुद तो रस मुड़ जावा ओ नी मैं रज रज झिझिर मनावा नी मैं खुद तो रस मुड़ जावा कल्ली पीड़ च बैठी तेरी पीड़ में बैठी रसिया रांझा वे मेरा मैं भी कम ना ऐठी कल्ली पीड़ च बैठी तेरी पीड़ में बैठी रसिया रांझा वे मेरा मेरा भी कम ना ऐठी ऐठी
चुप माही चुप है राजा बोले कैसे वे ना जा बोले कैसे वे ना जा 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 बोले कैसे वे ना जा बोले कैसे वे ना जा चुप माही चुप है राजा जा जा जा
Done. Next question number. Right there. What are the responsibilities? Right there. What are the responsibilities? Next question number. Okay, I don't know the number. Please write there. What are the responsibilities of the parent's auditor? What are the responsibilities of the parent's auditor while auditing the CFS? While auditing the CFS. What are the responsibilities of parent auditor while auditing the CFS? Start copying. This is applicable FRF, Financial Reporting Framework. Copy.
मेरी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान आई है जो रात नशीली इसकी हर एक बात नशीली तू भी आकर ले नशा दोनों की मुलाकात नशीली नशे की ये बरसात नशीली तू भी आकर ले नशा मेरी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान सुबह तक भी ना उतरेगा नशा ये इस पल का इसमें जी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान मेरी जान
Done? Next answer. Right there. How? No. After this next question, you will write this one. What procedures to be followed? Right there. What specific procedures? What? Question. What specific procedures to be followed by the auditor? What specific procedure to be followed by the auditor in respect of completeness of the information? What specific procedure to be followed by the auditor in respect of completeness of the information received from management with respect to CFS. With respect to CFS. Now answer. Following are the procedures. Following are the procedures. Copy.
చెప్పుకోయేపా కొంచెం తయంగా తప్ప కొంచెం అడ్డంగా వేనాంపా రొమ్మ మయంగా తప్ప 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 కొంచెం పాట కావాలా కొంచెం డాన్స్ కావాలా రెండు ఉనకాగావే కావాలా నువ్వు కావాలయ్యా నువ్వు కావాలి రా 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 నువ్వు కావాలయ్యా నువ్వు కావాలి రా 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 రా
Halamati Habibu, Halamati Habibandale, Halamati Habibu, Halamati Habibanda, Halamati Habibu, Halamati Habibandale, Halamati Habibu, Halamati Habibu.
Finish. Now, after this you will write how as an auditor, next question, yeah, how as an auditor you will report in CFS, Now let me just read for you. We have done it from the main book. Okay, it says when parent and component order is same. Okay, check the compliance of applicable AS, Ind AS, applicable FRF. Report on the true and fair view of consolidated balance sheet, consolidated P&L, consolidated cash inflows and outflows. When parent order is different, Ram and Bharat, parent order will state division of responsibility by giving the percentage and the amount of sales, asset, cash flows. And division of responsibility is not considered as a ground for qualification. Very important line. When accounting framework differ, if component follow group accounting policy, like from inception same policy, auditor to decide to rely on the local auditor of component. If conversion entries are passed, the auditor will verify the conversion entries. D. When auditing framework differs, the follow Indian gas generally accepted auditing standards. Very important when component is not audited. When the component is not audited and it is material, the auditor will have to modify the report as per SA, I'll write here, as per SA 705, considering both qualitative and quantitative factor. How do you decide whether it is material or not? It will be depending upon both qualitative and quantitative factors. A, B, C, D, E. Copy. Start copying.
I told you that I never would. Told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted still. I realize the time that I wasted. I feel like you can't feel the way I feel. I'll be fucked up if you can't be right here. you can't be right, yeah. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. When I'm away from you, I miss your touch. You're the reason I believe in love. It's been difficult for me to trust, and I'm afraid that I'ma fuck it up. Ain't no way that I can leave you stranded, cause you ain't never left me empty-handed. And you know that I can't live without you. So baby, stay. I'd be fucked up if you can't be right here. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know you'll be alright this time. Darling, just hold my hand, be my girl,
Finish. Finish. Last answer. This we write it at the last because it's a exemption wala answer. This we write it last. Cool. So whatever we have studied till now we have written. Whatever we have studied till now we have written. Okay. Let's quickly recall whatever we have studied so that you are also at par with me and things are very clear. So we first spoke about why consolidation is important. Okay, form number AOC1 we spoke. Section 129 says conso has to be done. Ind AS 110 says conso don't do it, only for investment entity. Uska holding company has to do conso. If holding company also want exemption, that also has to be investment entity. Then ABC intermediary subsidiary, you don't have to do conso, you are exempted. Types of conso adjustment, two adjustments, PCA, CPCA. PCA is ECG, equity attributable to minor C. C is capital reserve or goodwill as per applicable AS. CPCA, the code is if paise. I is intragroup interest. P is profits on assets acquired from subsidiaries. Okay. F is foreign commons gap conversion wherever applicable. Adjustment for harmonizing different accounting policies. Intragroup indebtedness. Significant transaction with date of FS of parent and components. Subsequent events after balance sheet but before audit reported, and equity attributable to minorities or NCI. Then today we did respond to the parent company, identify the components, identify reportable segment, identify RP and RPT, obtain accurate and complete information from components, make proper conso adjustments, harmonize in the different accounting policies, gap conversion wherever applicable. Then auditor responsibilities. Number 1, check whether it is required. If it is required, check it is prepared as per FRF. Then true and fair view 143.1, 143.3. Inquiry and report. Okay. Then this was an RTP answer. Then we did about reporting. 5 situations when same auditor is auditor. So they will check the compliance of AS and then they will say true and fair view. If he is different, follow SS 600 and he will divide the responsibility state in the other matter as per 706, and division of responsibility is not a ground for qualification. Accounting framework differ 2 situations. Either you follow group accounting policies, or if the management is converting it, auditor go and verify the conversion entries. Acha, Indian gas you will follow Indian gas. Last one, component not audited, it is significant, it is material. Check qualitative and quantitative factors and modify the opinion as per 705. Then we did an answer question, iska piche works. If the question is specific procedures regarding completeness of information, iska piche works. Then exclusion will answer. Iska piche works we have written, this is pending. Oops, Babu. Yeah, exclusion. Exclusion will answer. As per company sec, you have to do conso. As per schedule 3, you have to do conso. As per Ind AS, you are exempted. Investment entity is exempted. But as per company sec, no one is exempted. So you have to do conso. You have to do conso. How? You will follow schedule 3. What is it in schedule 3? Disclose. No exemption for temporary holding. No exemption for CVA long term funds restriction. It's Pakistan wala example. Cool. Till we have done and we have written also. Okay. So we meet in the next class, guys. Aim for a rank or 70+, whichever is earlier. Bye guys. Take care. Keep smiling. Bye.